banned. So as we step into picks and bans right now, we'll see if that's the same thing, or maybe they have something to counter that. I don't know. There could be an answer.
Well, it looks like we've jumped straight into lobby, and looks like Team 13 have banned out the Nico against Rito. Buff Nico, please. Looks like there's the Lux ban from Team 1. Very strong pick. Surprised we haven't seen it yet ourselves. And the Vel'Koz ban coming out on Team 13. Morgana replied. A very strong pick. Team 13 demonstrating how strong it is as a champion. And now what's the answer from Team 13? What are they looking to ban out? Are we going to see the Heimerdinger ban, the Brand ban, the Xerath ban, or the Orianna? Looks like it's going to be the Syndra.
Syndra, I hope that at this point they start banning Heimerdinger, because if Syndra's off the map, then those turrets are going to start pushing.
Ooh, and
into
it looks like
support.
it's a Xerath that's getting banned out from Team 1, so Heimerdinger is open for Team 13 if they want to play this. Looks like it's going to be the Brand. Very strong champion, a lot of poke coming out, and that means that the Heimerdinger is open for Team 1 if they're feeling lucky and want to go down that route.
Again, in a 2v2, we've already seen how explosive that ult can be, even without the ult, how much damage you can put out with the Lost Chapter alone.
Oh, but it looks like it's going to be the Misfortune. We saw it being played with the AP, very strong with the poke coming out. Can rival that of the Brand, especially that it's on a lower cooldown, and looks like we're going to get the Ziggs. A lot of damage on turrets if they're looking for that fast push, and a lot of annoying abilities to dodge, especially the minefield and the bomb that bounces, and you have to calculate where it's going to bounce first.
On top of 2 flashes, Ziggs is able to either engage or disengage, especially as a squishy champion, just because of how far he's able to send himself with his rocket packs.
And now we're waiting for the final pick to come through. It is going to be the Ahri, looking for the charm to land, get the CC chain. Both champions on Team 1 have no form of dash. Ziggs' jump is very telegraphed, easy to throw the charm at. What are they going to respond with? Are they going to look for the aggressive early push, going for AP Misfortune, trying to get it, make it rain down? But Team 13 can answer back with the Brand damage. It's going to be a very interesting game.
I think the way to go would be the early push for Team 1, because again, Ahri is a champion which expends a lot of mana, meaning that if you're pushing her in early, well, if you are able to, then she has to make a choice. Am I going to go for the CS, which if I don't go for, then maybe I'll lose the CS battle, or will I end up poking them, which, sure, it could work, but maybe I'll end up getting poked myself. You have a lot of things that you can do to this Ahri already that's going to make her have to think, and if she thinks too hard, maybe she'll miss out on certain opportunities that Brand sets up for him.
And now we are looking at the Summer Spell lock-in. We are seeing a heal on both sides, but we are seeing the Cleanse coming in from the Ziggs and the Ignite coming in from the Brand. So we don't have that early kill pressure from the Ignite provides, but yet again, Cleanse very strong against the CC coming in from Ahri and the Brand and the Ignite. Critically, there are only 2 forms of CC on Team 13 side, the Charm and Brand's Q once it is being partnered with someone who is a Blaze. So very easy to tell if you are going to be stunned. Ahri's Charm very telegraphed, you can pop the Cleanse and the Ignite as well. So contrary to the previous game where we saw the Cleanse in the Pantheon matchup, I believe it was the Pantheon matchup, no, it was the Syndra. One of the matchups where there's a lot of CC you had to cleanse, whereas here's only 2 CC that are pretty telegraphed to cleanse.
Cleanse is probably going to be the better pick, especially against an Ahri. I mean, I play Ziggs a little bit, and you have no idea the number of times I've tried to blast myself away, and then the Ahri's, like, she charms me, and then I get blasted into her, and I suddenly die. It's pretty obnoxious. Actually, if I see it in the 2v2, I'm gonna go wild.
Well, what are we going to think for the Masteries? My guess is probably Comet on both Team 13's players. Strong pick. Oh, we might see the Electrocute on the Ahri, looking for that Assassination extra damage coming in. Getting her W to proc and her Q. Very strong. Probably the Arcade Comet on Team 1 side, looking for that poke coming in. Also, very important to mention, Ahri, so we do forget most often, she does have healing in her kit.
Oh,
so she would just be able to sustain with her passive, getting able to proc it off on minions or champions. Getting that little extra heal might be the key to victory, despite being poked out by the Misfortune or the Ziggs.
That advantage would probably be amplified given the fact that Team 1 actually doesn't have an Ignite. Maybe they'll switch it in, we don't know just yet. But because they have less kill pressure than Team 13, that heal is going to be a lot more effective than we normally see.
And what are we thinking for items? My guess is it's going to be Lost Chapter all across the board. I will be surprised if Misfortune goes anything other than AP, making its reign extremely powerful. Her movement speed also allowing her movement speed from her W, also allowing her to move away from the Brand pillar coming up and trying to burn her. Now we're going to see Ziggs going to go for either Lost Chapter or is going to go for the standard orb. Might do, we don't know yet.
If Ziggs doesn't pick Lost Chapter, I get £10 from you.
Nah, that's not how it works.
Damn.
Anyways.
I tried.
So we are probably looking for that early 2v2 kill again, looking for both sides to poke each other out before pulling the trigger and going for the 2v2 kill. Very doubtful that we're going to be looking for that very difficult 100 CS. We have yet to see the tower kill go down in a proper match. That first game with the Nunu was questionable at best, and don't know if we can qualify that as turret taking.
Oh, you mean the snowball into his own tower?
Yeah.
Damn, dude. I mean, I should probably do that in my 1v1s next time, try to take my own tower. Well, we're going to have to see who's on the back foot from what we've been saying before. We're going to head off into the map in just a second. But it looks like in terms of items, we will not have a Lost Chapter on Ari, so I will get £10. Thank you very much.
No. Looks like the Ari has opted for the standard ARAM item, whereas Brand has the Lost Chapter. Ziggs does have the Lost Chapter as well, and Misfortune has gone for the standard AP item, looking for that AP and also mana regen from spamming the abilities.
Ari and Brand are looking for it. They're in the bush now. They know that if they don't push in the first parts, they're probably going to be taken back towards the tower, and Ari does not want to make the choice between minions and champions. It's probably going to be a lose-lose situation either way. So the moment somebody steps up, they're going to be charmed, but I mean, they're on the other side of the minions, so it's not going to be that easy. Akira and Noob King Gabriel could have been spotted already. I'm pretty sure they know this at this point.
Ooh, Pillar only tagging for Ziggs. Looks like Misfortune has gone for that early make it rain, getting small damage in, chipping away slowly but surely.
Locked up on minion. Could probably detonate that and be poking them on the backside. I mean, Misfortune's Q is able to sneakily get into the back on those champions without you thinking about it. So she technically has more range than the others. And in a range v range matchup, pretty much the person with more range is going to win. Well, in some
Poke coming out strong from Team 13. Ziggs pretty low already, getting forced to burn his first pot already. Looks like Brand has been put into the same situation, walking forward for that W, and the bomb jump doesn't hit Ari towards the team, more like knocks her away to safety of the brush.
That was the knockback, so Ziggs isn't going to have an escape for a while, but he is still stepping up. He is pretty, how would I say it, brave. I mean, he is using his abilities to zone for himself pretty well, so I guess he's not going to be poked out any more than he was just then. Looks like he's learned his lesson.
So Team 13 have built up a very small CS advantage of 3 right now, but this is an amount that can accumulate and basically be the point of victory. We've seen it in the game before. Team 13 very good at managing the wave, getting the CS that's necessary, forcing the team into unfavorable matchups or team fights that they do not want to do.
One more wave and they're going to hit level 6, but I don't think we're going to see an all-in just because 2 ranged champions, it's pretty difficult to get a skill cap. A skill cap? A skill shot on another ranged champion just because they're always hiding away from you.
Very nice poke out from Ari onto the Ziggs. Misfortune replying back with the make it rain. Pillar hitting. Both teams have hit level 6 right now, and we're just waiting to see if Brand decides to go for the hero play on the wave, ult it, and try to get it kills down to withered enough to bounce off the 2 champions, and then Ari following up, or are we going to see the reply back? Critically, Ziggs' ultimate is very useful for when you get dove on, but these are 2 ranged champions, and it's going to be hard. Bomb gets thrown, gets forced to flash forward. Looks like there's a CC that gets landed. Charm does miss onto the Misfortune. Looks like Pillar's going to hit the Ziggs. He does cleanse the ignite, but Ari comes in for the savior and hits him at the last possible second before he could hit the health relic to get healed up. And that is 1 kill for Team 13.
There may have been a tiny mistake in the rejuvenation beads that was picked up by Misfortune. I mean, sure, you could talk about body blocking any of the skill shots, you know, for your other partner, but what if they're AoE? Then you can't really block anything, so it's more for yourself at that point. And even then, you didn't really body block for the Ziggs, so I guess it's every man for himself at this point.
And right now there is a sizable CS advantage having been built up by Team 13. seeing what we saw from the past game that we played, it's very... They are playing extremely well right now, pushing in the wave at the correct times. Misfortune doing our best to answer back, trying to cue the waves. But they need to get 2 kills right now, and Team 13 only need to get 1.
Both teams are always adapting. Ziggs comes back with boots, meaning that he's actually thinking about duking out all these skill shots that keep coming out at him. It's going to be even more difficult for Team 13 to land any of their charms into their combo, which is probably the only way they can do very much. If that charm lands, you're probably dead.
Team 13 getting pushed into their tower. Brand getting poked very low from the Misfortune. I think they are just waiting for the cooldowns. Bomb is about to come up. Brand has his ultimate. Ari does not have the quick fox just yet.
With no health pots, no health nodes, and you're constantly being zoned by Ziggs, it's going to be a little bit difficult right now to be contesting CS, of course, unless they push into the tower.
The rejuvenation beats coming in clutch on Misfortune, keeping her nice and healthy. Even though she was poked out, there was not a lot of damage coming in afterwards, dodging the charm, and now they're just playing the CS game.
Nice try, but she saw it coming, I guess. Might have to try something a little bit sneaker.
So Team 13 are about to hit the halfway point with CS. They've just hit the 50 CS mark, whereas Team 1 only have 43 right now.
5 minutes in, we're halfway. We're almost perfect CS. Very, very nearly. I want to see somebody with perfect CS. Actually, that would be pretty fun.
That would be pretty boring to watch, I would think.
We're all bronze players, so that's not happening.
Ziggs throwing out a few bombs, trying to wither the wave behind, getting the nice poke in. Misfortune walking up, doing the make and rain damage from the AP that she's building right now. You can feel the pressure, really, from both of these teams. Brand, very low right now, not being able to engage. And all it takes is one misstep, and then it's going to be Misfortune just poking, withering away. Bomb coming in, landing a bit of damage. We've got the Make It Rain poking Brand even lower, and now they are probably going to switch targets all over to the Ahri and try and wither down as well, and then they're just going to look for that clean engage and to get the 2 kills at once.
Akiro is bleeding. He can't really step up without the health node that he's just used, and again, he's going to get poked anyway. This is the point, like we said, where you're going to have to make a choice between minions or champions, and you're probably going to lose either way. Team 1 notices this, and they're using it to their advantage.
Team 1 with the aggressive push in 24/7. Rito buff Nico, please, just full health, full mana. And she's just walking forward.
Do you really need to play Nico if you can do this?
It's very strong indeed, but we're going to see if Team 13 have an answer for this right now. CS advantage still in favor of Team 13, but not by a lot right now.
Another health node used. Akiro is coming back into the game slowly, slightly. 40 CS to 27. No, sorry, 40 and 27 CS to 17 and 48. It's getting closer again.
Looks like the charms go back, just dodges it, flashes away, and now it's all over to Ziggs. Can he get it? Make it rain. Bullet time comes out, and it does manage to kill the Brand just yet. Nico very low HP, and looks like the tides have turned in favor of Team 13 right now. All they have is a Brand, and they have dope champions on the other side. Flash comes, the charm lands, and it looks like it's going to be the kill. Just one more auto attack is needed, and Team 13 gets the kill with Ahri flashing in, the hero charm coming out, and looks like Team 13 on their way to a dominant finals showing this tournament.
And that was all she wrote. When Brand was in trouble, Ahri had to come in and assert her dominance. I guess you thought that was telegraphed, but I don't know. I didn't see that flash charm coming in. I thought that was used before. There was so much going on there.
Well, with this victory, Team 13 have moved on to the final.